Yes. Welcome to Ticker Highlight Show. I am Mark Sebastian, your only option. We're coming to you live from all over the country. I'm in Leisha and I's hometown of Chicago, Illinois. Leisha's in my parents' vacation, Naples, Florida, and Andrew's in Maine, where he resides. So we didn't put out an official letter. Obviously, the holidays got in the way of the ticker highlight, but we decided that we want to go through CitiGroup with bank earnings coming up. I haven't done a deep dive, but I wanted you to start by maybe
wasn't that Leisha's old pit? Wasn't she was the queen of Citi?
Yes, I was in the CitiGroup. It was our big money making stock. Oh my gosh, during the long-term capital debacle, we had so much paper, so busy, phenomenal. It was fantastic. It was a great money making stock for sure.
By the way, for all you, paper is order flow.
Story. That means, yeah, when she says we had so much paper, that means we had so much business that we could hardly keep up. Which is
buyers and sellers.
If you're a market maker, that means you're making money.
Yes, it does.
Unless you're a bad market maker.
And that's why those guys were so brutal on any new trader trying to break into that pit, because they were trying to protect their franchise, right? The more people that came into your pit, the more you had to share the orders. And I knew they were making money out there. That's why I was like, I'm going to that pit. Screw those guys. And yeah, it was real. Until it wasn't later on, but it was great for a while. Our vol would move up and down, which would be good, right? Unlike Pfizer, which didn't do anything.
No, Pfizer, you just sold stuff.
Well, no, you were choked on premium that they were forcing down your throat.
And then you make like $1 at the end of the month.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting what I would do now as retail and what I used to have to do as
exactly. So you want me to go over the chart here?
Yeah, please do.
Citi has earnings on Friday. As you can see, if anyone would like to add their pitchfork, I have my high January 31st, my low February 13th, and my high April 1st. And as you can see, it's followed along this pitchfork pretty well, bouncing between the upper resistance and the median line, providing the support. And now we've got a double top going on at the top of the pitchfork again. And Wednesday looks like it could be a shooting star. We had some follow through to the downside on Friday, but now today it's kind of second guessing. It's retesting that again. So I might wait to go short here, but because this could turn into a little bull flag and it could take another leg higher. But I'm watching. You need a little more price evidence as if it's going higher or lower. Today's close, I think, will be important. You want to see a close below 64. And then I think you'll visit down here, 61.71.
Well, they're pricing in for earnings. They're pricing in a 2.89% implied move based on the options, which is exactly the norm, what they normally price in. So what does that equate to in terms of what the options look like for Friday leading into this earnings? Well, with the stock trading exactly 64.5, the July 12th 65 calls are 90 cents, and the July 12th 64 puts are 83 cents. So you're talking $1.73 to play both sides of CitiGroup. Kind of interesting.
Will we get that big of a move?
I mean, 2.8%.
Last earnings, look at last earnings moved pretty well.
Yeah, historically, if I look at the earnings, so they were estimating about $1.30 move and ended up moving $1.58. Previous time they estimated about, previous move they were looking for 3.5% and moved 1.7. This has not exceeded the straddle price since last July.
Yeah.
It's a July earnings, kind of interesting. The big outlier took place in 2022 when they were pricing in 2.8% and it moved 13. That was the big outlier, but leading in, it has not really had a big performance since last July. So makes you go, I wonder if there is another potential move coming here.
Because the last earnings cycle in April, the 3-day move was $6.
Mm-hmm.
So here it's actually rallied in the last 2 weeks from 59 to 65. So do you think we're going to get a whole lot of decay for this week for like the 12 cycle?
I don't. I'm looking to see if there's any interesting order flow. The biggest trade we've seen today that would kind of be near dated and directional, they were closing the July 62 calls to buy the July 65s. That has been the price action. We also have some October 67s being bought. The October and August 67.5 calls. Nothing crazy, but the order flow is kind of leaning a little bit bullish here if I had to say anything, but there's no like huge orders that, no whales floating around. But I do think it's interesting they're buying like the October 67.5s and the August 67.5s a little bit. Nothing really that smacks me in the face with a directional opinion though. All right. So, Andrew, what do you see in the volatility?
Well, I could do do you want me to share my screen here?
If Alicia's ready, Alicia, you want to unshare?
There you go. She's ready, and I click the right button.
Always an adventure. Andrew, button clicking.
It is an adventure. I don't know if it's a good adventure, but it is an adventure. So let's, just take a look here, right? I'm going to look at, I'm just looking at kind of like a little longer term vol. So let's get rid of the 10-day. Again, here's the bottom of the vol cycle for Citi. At around, I would say like a 21 vol. And right now here, you're trading at a 24. The last earnings, again, volatility kind of cratered when you had that little move. You had that other little move. So even though you had a relatively large several-day move, you're not seeing like crazy high vol going into this earnings. There's not a lot of, they're not bidding it up a ton. It's not like you have an earnings cycle and they're not putting a whole lot into it. That's what I see here. Like they're not charging a ton of money for a 30-day vol. So not super expensive. That I guess is the short answer. Now, if we go here and look at just recently, okay, now here's where we are. So we had a little peak of vol when the stock just troughed, which was here. Now we're coming down to around 24 and a half. So it's kind of like, I would say, in the middle. We have vol in the middle. Alicia, like the only trade I kind of see would be you're getting a little bit of a move this week. If we get once the first bank earnings coming out this week. So if we go to where's my?
I think they're.
Are they all on the 12th? Is that the first one?
No, Morgan's first. Oh yeah, Morgan's on Friday.
I want to say, a minute. JP Morgan is the 12th. When is, well, let me look. Let me just go through them. Fargo's the 12th as well.
Monday's Goldman.
Goldman is Monday. Morgan Stanley is Tuesday.
Bank is Tuesday.
And Bank is
JP
Tuesday.
Morgan. Yeah,
JP
Wells
Morgan,
Fargo,
CitiGroup,
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Yeah. So you could potentially get a little bit of action out of into the earnings into the end of the week. I don't think you're going to have like where's the straddle going to go from $1.60 that strangle? Like so I think you could get a little bit of a trade where everybody gets excited, the city runs a little bit because you don't have a whole lot of action that way.
Right.
Or you don't like the 65 calls are 95 cents and the 64 puts are 80 cents. Like, where is that strangle going to go in the next 4 days? Like, it's not going to drop 45 cents waiting for earnings.
No.
So, I don't know. I would kind of think about, I don't know, Alicia, chart wise, if I would lean in the direction that you think it's going to go. And then if it moves adversely, just buy a put or something like that.
Well, you think it's going up, or Alicia? I thought it was getting a little top heavy, right?
Yeah.
I'm
but
with
then
you.
today kind of makes it a little bull flaggy. So it's they're battling it out right here, right at this resistance.
Okay, well, so now we have the battle royale.
Yes, it is.
So I'll tell you what I'm thinking is, this thing is sitting at an all-time, just off an all-time high. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know it was all-time high.
A multi-year high. I don't think it's an all-time high. Here. So the last time it was this high
it's been 81 before.
2021. Yeah. 2021 was the last time it got anywhere close to this.
Right. Well, I'll tell the kids you're outside.
Yeah, wow, it's been a while.
It's right there.
Yeah. Oh, they're finches, I think, but they're red.
I have to say, all the bank charts though look a little toppy. I wrote about it over the weekend.
Yeah, I kind of like just going small and buying a put, and maybe you make your money even before earnings hit. So I'm going to bid like on the table out there. I'm going to bid 75 cents for the July 12th 64 put. And, if we get a nice move, if we get a little bit of a sell ahead of earnings, I'll just take it off before earnings. If CitiGroup does kind of break Leisha's breakout level, I'll go chase it with a call, with a cheap call, probably a little longer dated than the one for this Friday. All right. But that's kind of what I would be looking to do.
I like that, Mark.
Thank you.
To City.
Alicia likes it. That means it's smart.
Yeah, it's like, where are those puts really going to go? They're not going to.
Right.
How are they going to disintegrate with earnings coming out?
I think worst case, they, if CitiGroup rallies another buck or two, maybe they drop to 50 cents or 45 cents. They'll hold some value. So I'm not overly concerned.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that idea too much.
Yeah.
That's good for me.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. We're buying to open 2 CitiGroup July 12th 64 puts for 75. If CitiGroup breaks Leisha's upside support level, we'll chase with like an August 67 call or an August 68 call. something with a little more time.
Yeah, that'd be resistance 65, over 65. If it
Yeah.
really starts to trade well over 65, 65.20.
Then it could really make a run at 70.
Watch 65.20.
65. All right. So break 65.20. We'll buy a bullish call. And if it makes a run and if it breaks there, I mean, at some point it might hit $70 and, giving it some time with August rolling around, that would do the trick.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
It's a good plan.
So that is our plan for the Ticker Highlight Show. We'll be back with our regular write-ups this week. I've been on vacation. I get back to my full normal schedule on Wednesday, and then I will be back with everybody, writing and all the fun stuff that I do. And we'll be back with you Monday, as we always are, at 10:30 Eastern Time. So for Andrew T. Giovinazzi, the Viking of Volatility, Lisa J. Leslie, Queen of the Candles, and of course, myself, I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great trading week. Go Cubs.
Have a good day,
Thanks,
everybody. See some of
everyone.
you in trading desk shortly. All right. Bye-bye.
Hope the kids get better soon.
Thanks.
Me too.
Appreciate it.